are back. Welcome back to the Nick Hall Comedy Podcast. I'm your host, Nick Hall, joined as always by
Josh Griffey.
Check out the new vibe, man.
I know.
Yeah, bro, this feels good.
I know.
This feels good. We got we changed the setup.
It's a treat yourself moment.
We got some. Yeah, I'm telling you, trying to tell you. Hey, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or YouTube, wherever you're watching it, leave us a comment, like it, ratings and reviews. It all helps. And if you want some badass Coach Kent Murphy gear, just go to CoachKentMurphy.com/shop for all your needs. We got Trash Throws gear on there. It's great. Yeah,
Season's coming up, dude. Get on it now.
Yeah,
the season's upon us.
Yeah. Hey, big shout out to the new subscribers.
Oh yeah.
Been a lot of you guys coming in. We appreciate it. Good to have you here. We are in full Kent Murphy mode right now. We're churning out content, so stay tuned. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm digging this new vibe. I just want to fuck. Like I can rock a little bit if I want to.
You feel into it, yeah. We feel more manly, right?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, it feels good. Although this isn't the manliest chair.
Yeah.
I was actually telling you this was my wife's lactation chair.
Ooh.
So like, there's still some like
it's kind of hot.
Yeah, like my son would be like getting those big pulls, right, just like Dad. And next thing you know, he's like dribbling up some milk. So I've got some milk stains. It reminds me of the good old days.
Yeah, man.
Right? Yeah. The big.
Give me some of that teddy milk.
We don't need to go too much into it, but
no.
When your wife is lactating, big. Big.
Large breasts.
I was into that, though, for a while. I remember I told you. Now that everyone in the comments, by the way, thank you for all the comments that said I'm like a sex criminal.
Yeah. No, you're addicted to porn.
Me and Ben Roethlisberger. Well, it's like, who isn't addicted to porn? Like, it's something weird. I put it out there because I thought everyone watched porn all the time.
I mean, I watch my fair share. I don't like lay around and, just watch it.
Well, it's not like I'm J-O-ing the whole time.
I'm not just taking in content when I watch it. There's a purpose.
There's a purpose, and it's called learning. We already been over this.
Yeah.
But I was telling you, it was my wife essentially became like a milking cow.
Ooh.
So like we had our fridge was full. Like we would have like 60 pounds of breast milk. And so I was always like, dude, we can sell this to bodybuilders.
Yeah.
Or I was like, or I'll start chugging it and get jacked. It never happened, but I was into that for a minute. I remember it was like that. Sorry, Amy, if you're listening, but I was like, we're in the shower. I was like, hose me down.
Yeah.
She's like, what? And she's like, hose me down. This is a true story. This is no joke. When we went to a wedding in Pittsburgh, she forgot her pump. Right? They have like these machines like,
yeah.
And it's scary.
Sucks it right out.
Dude, it pulls that nipple like inches in. Like it's like Laffy Taffy. It's really like, it looks very painful. But like she didn't have her pump and it was getting bad, right? And I was like, well, we're going to miss like our romantic dinner in the hipster district, right? Squirrel Hills of Pittsburgh or whatever. And I was like, we got to handle this. I'm like, what's the best way? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. She's like, what? And I'm like, I'm going to drink the milk. I was like, Logan can do it. I can do it. And so here we are at our hotel trying to have like our romantic no kids weekend. And I was like, what should I like lay on my side? Like, what's the technique?
Yeah.
And she, like, we tried. We literally tried to imitate like a baby. And she's like, you're worse at this than our son. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Because then I just pitched. I'm like, well, what if we just like went full hog and like, bounce around a little and it's spraying. It's a hotel room.
I love that you pitched the idea.
Well, I was just like if I'm not doing it right.
Like you wrote a treatment for sucking titty milk out, and you're like, let me. How's this hit you?
Here's the elevator
I got
pitch.
an idea.
The elevator pitch is you jump up and down and spray it everywhere. Right? Once it starts, it'll be fine. But it's weird. It's a weird time.
Yeah. I was at a bar once. I won't say where. The girl bartending was a rather good looking girl, and so like all the guys at the bar rail were, doing their what old men do at bar rails when there's a pretty girl working. Like, oh yeah, everything is a sexual innuendo that they say.
Hate it.
It's like the most tired ass jokes of all time. But one of the guys, because she had just had a baby like not too long ago, so one of the guys was like, he was like, let me get some of that breast milk. So she went and fucking put breast milk in a shot glass for him and rang it up as like a Jack Daniels. Like, charged his ass for it.
$9 White Russian.
Charged his ass for it. And the dude, he drank it.
Of course he fucking
It was the
did.
weirdest thing I've ever seen at a bar. I don't want to ever drink breast milk. That just seems gross
It actually tastes pretty good.
I bet it doesn't.
I mean, it's warm. It's weird.
I can't do warm milk. I love milk. Like I drink 2%. It's my
Oh,
jam.
you're a 2%er,
It's my
yeah.
jam.
This
But it's
is,
gotta be ice cold. I can't even have it like a little bit warm.
Yeah, no, it's not like a delicious like cream, like a
Yeah.
whipped cream, right? It's essentially like warm skim milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if it'd be your jam.
Dude, I can drink milk with it. I'll tell you one thing, like milk.
Yeah.
If you have the next time you eat spaghetti,
Dude,
drink
that's
a
my
glass
favorite
of
thing,
milk
too.
with it. It's the fucking greatest.
I thought that was weird because
Yeah.
my wife still's like, that's weird. I'm like, dude, when I grew up,
Yeah.
every single meal I would have 2 to 3 glasses of milk with like
Yeah,
lunch,
bro.
dinner, whatever.
Yeah.
So like spaghetti, it goes really well with like my
Pizza.
Kraft mac and cheese and
Oh
tuna.
yeah.
That's like a real good milk meal.
Yeah, man.
I know we're kind of outing
Yeah.
ourselves as
Hillbillies. We're not.
Or
We're
as Sam calls them, ham boogies.
ham boogies.
Ham boogies, right? Because then they don't know that they're being offended.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, speaking of old guys, dude, I was telling you, I'm fucking sick of old people.
Topic.
I've had it.
Topic time.
I've had it. You want to top it as? All right, so my kids have started daycare again, right? They like do the Corona bomb every night, and like they're gonna kick us out, right?
Wait,
if we didn't go back.
What's the Corona bomb?
So apparently they put like these little. It looks like a fucking Die Hard gas grenade.
Hell yeah.
And like the cleaning lady like runs and is like ding ding ding, and they go psst, and they like kill everything in there, right? Which I was like, you guys should have been doing this before because
they're
daycares
probably
are
just
fucking-
like those raid canisters. Like they're just poisoning your kids. Like, yeah, no, it's a Corona bomb.
It's probably just that cleaning lady's breast milk, just so we think something's coming out.
Way into that.
But so I took the kids in. You know, you have to do like a whole they have like a whole scan your fingerprints and everything so your kids don't get stolen shit. Then they have to like temperature check us at the door, right? So they put the little dot on your forehead like a sniper dot.
Yeah.
Check our temps. You go in, it's fine. When I'm coming out though, I see this guy, right? He's coming in, he's got some kids. And so I was like, all right, I'll hold the door for him, right? So I get caught holding this one door. And next thing you know, this fucking dipshit, right? Cargo shorts dad.
Dumb.
Socks and fucking the Jesus.
Yeah.
I think my friend said they're called Air Bethlehems or whatever. If you wear the like leather sandals.
Air Bethlehem. I like that.
So he's like rocking these fucking things. And so we're at like a true standoff, right? They got the fishbowl where there's 2 glass doors. And I'm like, come on, man, I'm already holding the door for them. Like, come on. He's like, no, after you. And I was like, hey, come on, brother. Like, let's go. And he's like, no, I got you, of course. And he has 3 children sitting outside waiting with him. I'm like, I have no one with me. I'm good. And so I was telling you, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Because I'm a door holder, right? My mom raised me to have really good manners.
Same.
I'm always a please, thank you, Mr., Mrs., hold the doors. But I am so fucking sick of these middle-aged white guys who want to have like a Mexican standoff every time we do the door hold.
They have so much pride about holding doors that they won't relent. No, I insist.
No, it's like they can't. Like all of a sudden their dick will fall off if they let another man hold the door.
Oh,
and I'm
my
like,
God.
I'm sick of wasting the time. And then you also get these middle-aged ladies now that are just like, thank you.
Yeah.
And like I read about this on Twitter. There are some women that find it wildly offensive if you try to hold a door for them, like they can't do it themselves.
I've heard about that too.
Well, it's like, I don't think you can't fucking open the door. I'm trying to be like, nice.
Yeah.
But it is one of those things. It's like, when did that become a thing? Because it's stupid.
Well, yeah, it's like, so, my grandpa was like, he was like the ultimate, like, gentleman. Like, all he preached was manners. Like, manners. And, like, he always used to tell me that manners isn't a way to, like, show that you're better than somebody. It's a way to show that you respect them.
Right.
Right?
That's a good way to think of it.
But like with the I've heard that about women or the guys that just have too much pride to like have somebody hold the door for them because they're like misinterpreting your manners as like you're better than them. Like, no, I can get my own door.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That
like,
guy's coming up and saw me and he just thinks that guy thinks I'm a little
bitch. That's not what
bitch.
I'm doing it for. Yeah, like my grandpa used to eat, like, we'd be at, like, every Sunday my grandma would cook this giant dinner and we'd go over there, you know? And, like, if I sat down at the table before my grandma did, like, I'd get whacked in the back of the head.
Ooh.
Or, like, one time, man, I was sitting there and we all sat down and my grandma got up to get something and I fucking took a bite of my food.
Oh, fuck.
And my grandpa, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I have CT from it, from like how hard he whacked me in the back of the head, and he was just like, "You do not," you know. And I was like, "Okay,
don't disrespect
And I was like 6, so I was like, okay, I'm just learning this shit, man.
Jesus, I'm tired. I'm hungry. No, yeah, there's so many. The door one is so extra. Like, I think manners at a dinner table is, like, I get that.
Yeah.
Right? Because the whole sitting together and eating, like, my family doesn't do it a lot. It's like one of those, like, should we do it more? But
yeah,
it's like in the modern world,
Same.
You're like, whatever. Like, the kids want to watch over there.
Growing up,
I
I did. Like, growing up, I did for the most part.
I feel like our generation, though, is going to change that.
Yeah.
Where now it's like, who cares?
Dude, I don't even sit at a table when I eat anymore.
No, never. I always
sit on my couch.
On a couch, yeah. I'm just like, all right, let's come over here and watch Great British Bake Off or whatever the fuck Amy's watching. Because I'm like, it's better than sitting there and doing small talk.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I never want to do again is ask my kid, how was your day at school? Because he just always goes, I don't know. I'm like, you don't remember 4 hours ago. What'd you do? Well, I don't know. Who'd you play with? Well.
It's like that Bill Burr skit when he heard a bit when he's like, how was your day? Did anybody offer you any drugs?
Yeah, right.
Shit like that.
See, that would be, I would love that. But I'm at that point, though. It's like, I'm re-examining all of these, like, fake manners we have.
Yeah.
Like, the small talk. I can't stand small talk.
Small talk is probably my least favorite thing in the world.
But you have to be good at it. You're a bartender.
Well, yeah, I
Or
mean,
you've
like,
been,
I
like, a
have,
bartender
like,
for
well,
years.
like, for my whole, like, life, I've worked in, like,
Service.
customer facing.
Yeah.
Whether it's like when I bartended, when stand up comedy, like I worked at fucking retail way back in the day. So yeah, like I've always had to be able to, but doesn't mean I like it. Like I don't give a fuck what you did today.
No, well, it's so
you know,
but that's what I mean. It's insane because it's
well, bartending was the worst because like that small talk, it's the same 10 people every day, and the same fucking 10 stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, the first time you're actually halfway genuinely interested.
Yeah.
And by the fucking end of the week, you're like, Tom, shut the fuck up and drink your goddamn gin and tonic.
Well, I know what you've been doing, Tom.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah,
if you're at the bar every day, your life's not cool
hey,
enough
can I
for
get
me
you
to
anything
go
else, Tom? Hell, $1 million. Good one.
About some puss.
Yeah, write it down.
Like, gross, Tom.
Sell that shit.
2020.
Winning lottery numbers.
Well, I hate
if I had them, Tom, I wouldn't give them to you.
But, like, did you ever do this, though, right? Where it's like, I'll be outside and it's like a crapshoot in a neighborhood. Because, like, I have to, like, really be careful with eye contact.
Yeah.
So, thankfully, I've got the big mess of hair and the sunglasses. But it's like, I'll look at the neighbor and intentionally be like, oh, God, he's going to look at me. Like, what do I have to do? Like, can I get away with a wave? Do I run away and pretend I have something to do? Because, like, if you get called to the fence.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, how about that wind yesterday? Like, yeah, how the fuck about the wind? How the fuck about the wind, bro? Woo!
Cold enough for you out there? Suck a dick.
Oh, God, I'm sweaty. Are you sweaty? Yeah, I'm sweaty every day, fuckface.
Great icebreaker. Great icebreaker. How about you shut the fuck up and get in line, pal?
Dude, it's so... Because, like, my brother, he doesn't like conflict, right?
Yeah.
So I told him, like, I've been doing this thing lately where I'll just... If one of my neighbors wants to go, I just like throw out some crazy shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, what do you think? 1st-degree murder or not? Like Minnesota, what do you think?
What are we doing?
And they'll be like, oh, fuck, like Griff's coming in hot.
Throw him in the wood chipper. Let's Fargo this shit.
Well, it's like, I'll learn more about you from that than you telling me your thoughts on, like, the weather.
Yeah.
Or, like, your lawn.
Yeah.
Like, I'll throw you in the deep end.
Yeah.
And if you're just like... I don't know. I'm like, okay, well, I don't have to talk to this guy anymore. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
yeah, but it's like
throw him in.
It's like the best one is the question is like if you were in the middle of like this infinite field, there's nothing around, just flat land, right? And there was an endless wave of it's like 6-year-old kids that are just coming at you, and like they're like rabid 6-year-old kids. How many could you kill before you got killed?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. You know what's funny? Because I wrestle kids a lot.
I'm saying at least 200.
No, you could never
kill 200
because
you pick one kids up by the ankles and you just helicopter that shit, man.
Like they literally did that in The Matrix Reloaded. Yeah. But you know how hard you have to hit a kid with another kid to kill him?
Dude, I'm way bigger than them.
But if you hit... No.
I got fat reserves.
Trust me. I have
they can munch a little bit on my side and I'm still good.
But it's like the techniques of like being a bouncer. It's like once you get enough just like meat on you, like you're no longer throwing like awesome kicks if you have like 2 6-year-olds on your leg.
But that's the kind of small talk I want. Like I'll answer that question.
Well,
hey, how's your family? Well, they're still good.
Right.
You stupid fuck.
Well, because the one guy who goes, I would never kill a kid. It's like, well, you're not my friend. We can't drink anymore. But yeah, I think I could reasonably kill 10? 10 kids.
What a puss.
No, the first kid, his whole face is exploding, right? Yeah. So that would freeze the line as like their friend's brain chunks. But you said they're rabid like zombies, so they're not going to be emotional about seeing Timmy die.
Well, no, I mean, they're there to kill you. They're like, they have one goal is to take you down.
So whatever kid gets to you first, you know they're the shittiest kid.
Yeah. Right,
I'm saying any 6-year-old on planet Earth, I could fucking murder them right now.
Exactly.
With my bare hands. Any one 6-year-old.
Yeah.
If you were talking about an infinite reserve,
I don't know.
Also, let's assume the amount of like drinking, smoking, fast food, not exercising we do. You're just not taking into account that you would gas out way before 100.
No,
like you would be having a heart attack by like 40 kids.
Yeah, but that adrenaline kicks in because it's fight or flight. You know what I'm saying?
So then your heart is already tensed more, and you're gonna have a heart attack.
No, man. Well, yeah, that may be.
You'll be going down. No,
I can pick up one of those kids by the ankles and take out at least 100. Just helicopter in that shit.
By the time you've killed 5 kids with another kid, that kid is mush.
Okay, then I grab
another one. So you might as well be hitting him with a pool
Then I grab another one, hold him upside down.
That's the worst strategy.
Shake the coins out of his pocket and start fucking swinging,
That's a bad strategy.
It's not a bad strategy.
It is. Because what you do
What
is...
are you going to just start... No, because then you don't ruin your...
No,
like,
what
you just
I'm
punch
doing,
people in the face?
The first
your hand's
punch,
broken after like 3 kids.
The first punch explodes a head. Brain matter everywhere. Then I run through, double clothesline. And then as I retreat back...
punch through a head? Is that what you think?
Like all the fucking way. It's just going to be blonde and brains spraying back. Then I'm going to double clothesline all those little fuckers in like a half circle, right? So then I'm going to stomp on their necks
but they're gonna
on
jump
the way
your
back
back
to my...
shit.
No, because they're going to be getting fucking clotheslined and dead. And then the other kids have to crawl over 6-year-olds while I'm fucking stomping their throats and they suffocate to death. Yeah. So then I'm creating obstacles.
Well, let's see, that's the thing. Like with the helicopter technique, you pick up the first kid, you grab the first kid immediately, and you start swinging.
Sure.
Maybe you take out 8 or 9 right there with that first with that first chop, that first revolution, and then you take those kids and you start building a barrier with those bodies. You know what I mean? And then that kid's mush. So you got to grab another one. You start swinging. Right. By the time you could start building a fucking
the third kid's gonna grab his friend's corpse, and then you're not gonna be swinging.
But you got time.
I mean, maybe
you're
giving yourself some space. I would like to watch it.
Yeah,
I would love to watch you fight 6-year-olds.
It's just that's the kind of small talk I'm into. But back to the doors though.
Back to the fucking doors.
So back to holding doors. So I was telling you because we were talking about this topic.
Yeah,
and like what we thought about. So
because I came to you legitimately,
I found my threshold for a door.
Okay.
Because the most annoying thing when you hold a door for somebody is when you go to hold it, but you don't realize how far away they are, and then then you're just like being the dickhead, just standing there holding the door, like I don't have anything better to do with my day than to wait on you. So I was at the gas station on the way here today, and I did it because I always hold doors, and I looked back, and the guy was, I don't know, 4 or 5 steps. So I just let the door go and I walked in. Didn't look back. Don't know. But I think my number is 3 steps. 3 steps and you get the door held for you. Beyond that, you're on your own.
Yeah.
You're on your own.
So you're saying by the time you have the door all the way open, they have to be within 3 steps. Yeah, that makes sense. Because I was like, by the time the door's open, if you're not walking
unless it's like a really like old person, like an old lady, old man, that looks like they're struggling walking, I'll sit there and hold that.
Nah, fuck them.
But like an able-bodied fucking, hill jack around here in these parts, fuck them.
No, these hand boogies.
Get your own door.
But first off, fuck these old hand boogies too. Because you start doing that, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you want to push my cart? Oh! And it's like they just need all the help. And it's like, hey, man, I'm sorry that your kids abandoned you. But also, fuck off.
Yeah.
Do you ever see these people like coming to the stores?
Nobody's ever asked me to push their cart for them.
Dude, I had a lady... I've
would.
gotten asked this more
would.
than once. I had a lady who asked me to load her car with water softener salt.
Yeah?
And it was like 6 bags. And I was like, listen, like, why are you buying all these when you clearly can't?
Those are like 40-pound bags.
They're 50-pound bags. And I was just like, of course I can do it. I'm very powerful. Thank you for your compliment.
Yeah, I mean, of course I'm able.
But also, fuck you. Yeah, I'm like, what is this? Like one of these stepson shows? Like,
I better not. I have a bodybuilding show later. I don't want to strain anything.
I'm cultivating mass so I can flip tires and lift cars. But no, it's just like the fucking balls on these old people. I'm so sick of the olds, because that's what I was telling you. They think they're the greatest generation and they fought all the wars, but they can't fucking hold a door for themselves. Fuck them. Like, oh, we beat the Nazis. All you guys do is Twitter. Okay, hold the door, you fucking asshole.
You want to be out here? Then be out here, baby.
I guess Vietnam, like World War II, that's really old.
That's
old enough that maybe even I would cave.
That's really.
That's when you're like the 5 foot tall old guy now.
Yeah.
All right, World War II is the last one. That's the last conflict.
That's your cutoff for holding doors.
That's the last conflict that I.
You're like, do you turn around in the parking lot and yell, "Were you in World War II?" No? All right. And just slam
Did you
the door.
serve? Just slam the fucking.
Guy's laying on the ground with his cane. You're just a dick.
Well, no, I'm sick of it. This is the other one I hate. Is when you hold the door and you get that guy who's like, "No, I'm good." And I'm like, "No worries." He's like, "Nah." And it's like, God, like seriously.
Like has too much pride. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so obnoxious.
Nah, don't worry about it, man.
Well, because at that point you're like, all right, well, if you have that much pride, I guess we have to fight now.
Yeah.
Like we should be fighting in front of Coles.
Or like, what about the thing where, so like, it's the double door.
Yeah.
And so like, I'll be going out and somebody's coming in. Oh. So I'll hold the door and then they just use the other door.
That one I like.
And I do it too. Like I'm on the other side of that, but I'm like, no, I'll just go in this door. And I like, and this is like that awkward thing. It's like, dude, I just fucking held that for you. Like,
well, the worst is like the people that like look up from their phone and they're like, thanks. And I'm like, oh, sorry to interrupt like your Pinteresting or whatever the fuck you're doing. That's what I mean though. But all it is, right? How many people do you hold the door open for, and you think that they're legitimately like, this guy made my day better? Versus those fucking awkward moments.
Not many.
No one's ever held a door open for me, and I was like, thank God for that guy.
No, like unless your hands are full or something, you're like, oh, hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
You know?
But even then, I just back my ass into the door. I can handle it. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I think my like common response is just, thanks, brother.
Yeah. No, you always say thank you, but
thanks,
do you
brother.
really, do you even waste 1 second being thankful? No.
No.
Never. But that's what I mean. So we're doing all these awkward
Maybe
crap
we need to
shoots.
fucking meditate and become more thankful in our lives, Josh.
I mean, maybe, but this is my thing. I think these little pieces of shit, they're trying to like hostage thank you. You know what I mean?
Like they're self-serving. They're looking for the gratitude.
Yeah.
That's
like,
what door holders are.
I'm gonna
That's
fucking
what they
force
are.
it. Well, I'll say
door
it because,
holders is a hard phrase to say. Door holders.
Yeah, I'm a door holder of the same ilk. Because when I do hold the door, and then there's like that nightmare scenario, like when my wife makes me go to like TJ Maxx or something.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh shit, it's like 10 Karens deep. And you're like, all right, I'm just going to do this for fucking 15 minutes. And then the 3 that just walk past you like you're a fucking doorman.
Yeah.
You're like, bitch, this isn't my job. This is a hobby.
Like,
you better thank me.
Yeah.
And you get all fucking fit. And I was like, oh my God, I'm like the door holders. Because I get really mad when they don't pay me my homage.
Yeah. Well, like, and the other thing too, like, is like I've been on, it's like I'll go on a date or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And you get to like the restaurant and they have the first door and then the second door, right? So you hold the first door, so they get in, and then they hold the second door and then you go in or whatever, right? But I've been on the date where like I hold the first door and then she goes in and just stands at the second door like she doesn't know how to fucking work it, and waits for me to come and open that one too. And I'm like, this is not efficient at all, and I'm already out of this date because I'm all about efficiency, man. I'm all about it. But they just and like that's the weird.
Doesn't know how to work.
Yeah, but that's like it's the weirdest thing because they just go and they just stand facing the door, like staring at it, and I'm like, you just pull it.
Dude, that's so
grab
stupid.
that handle right there.
Fucking get the door.
Pull that sumbitch open, girl.
You know what I do? I'd be like, date's over. Like I'm going like.
I'm still gonna like
Well, I know you still want your Texas Roadhouse or whatever. Yeah.
I'm gonna get those fucking cinnamon butter rolls, baby.
But that's what I mean, though. The smashing is gonna be bad because now you're gonna be in for a revenge smash. Oh, couldn't work the fucking door.
Maybe that's the kind of shit I like.
Oh, yeah, I'll show you.
Pull this handle.
I'll send you some research videos for when people don't open doors.
Make them elephant walk me around the house.
Yeah.
while I open the door for them.
But no, like we were on the porch having beers with my neighbor. And, my neighbor, her younger sister moved in or whatever.
Yeah.
And so she came out, and, like, this dude shows up, and all the neighbor ladies are like, look at him. He's all dressed up. No one dresses up here. He's in, like, a BMW. He had, like, fucking Dockers, a shirt that looked like the Chick-fil-A cows, And like those leather shoes with no socks. So hard, I'm like, that's a guy you can't marry.
No.
Like if you wear leather shoes and no socks, like you're a bad person.
It's the worst.
Yeah, like, oh, you're just going to come into my house and your feet are going to smell like shit?
I've got these new Sperry's or boat shoes. I wear them around.
Yeah, well, guess what? You're not on a boat, bitch.
I've been listening to like Hall & Oates all day. It's been great.
You want to go to my boat, smell my feet, and listen to Dave Matthews, bro?
You guys want to listen to some yacht rock and hang out?
Oh, don't worry, man. This is the smell your daughter's going to associate with date rape, bro. No, like, it's horrible, right?
Well, I'm sorry. I was just diversifying my portfolio.
Oh, God.
Before I got here.
Yeah, if you don't wear socks with your shoes, that's a big red flag.
Yeah.
But she comes out, and she's in a smash dress. And
What's
her sister's
smash
like,
dress?
You know what I mean? Like, there are dresses you wear where it's like, oh, this is probably... You know, guys have that, too. You wear the outfit where it's like, oh, this is a night.
I'm going to get... Yeah.
Like, I had an outfit back before my body was whatever this is, right?
Yeah.
I had an outfit where it's like, this is my...
Yeah.
If clothes help you get laid, this is the outfit I'm wearing, right?
For sure.
And so she had that going. They look
Mine
great.
is naked.
Naked. Just show up.
Chicks love that. They're like, God, what a
So when they do figure out the door, the first thing they see is you butt naked. But she comes out, and they're like, let's get pictures. And they're doing their selfies. And I'm just watching this whole thing like, God, I'm disgusted with today's world. But then they're walking to the car, and she literally stopped. And he like kind of looked at her, and he goes, oh. And he ran around to get her car door, right? And all the ladies in my neighborhood are like, that is so gentlemanly. And then I got shit because I was like, listen, if some girl literally judged me because she has to open the car door for herself when I'm going to drive and pay for all the stuff, like, I was like, I think women can do all the stuff I can do. Like, I'm not an exceptional human being.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do that women can't do. You can open your own fucking door. Like, opening the car door for a lady?
Yeah.
I mean, I get, like, in principle, because it's
sexist,
weird, because
bro.
we were taught that.
Yeah.
But also, you're like, that's fucking stupid.
So I'll do, like if I'm on a date with a girl, I will do, like, if we're walking to the car, you know, like, we're leaving wherever we were.
Yeah.
I'll open that door right there. But I'm not, like, parking the car.
If it's on your way.
But I'm not, that's what I'm saying, but I'm not parking the car and then getting out and opening the door so they can get out.
Yeah. But also,
you're
don't
on your
you
own,
want to
kid.
get out?
You're
Don't
on your
you
own,
wanna
kid.
get out?
Yeah, like, I'm not, you know what? Like, I don't want a kid. I'm not trying to be a babysitter. Like, open your own door, girl.
Yeah. Well, like, imagine
I'm looking for a partner.
I'm going out
We're
here
a team.
to put our name in at Applebee's. How long are you going to sit there? You're going to sit there the whole reservation?
What if I break my arm? Then who's going to open your door?
Well, if they don't
Who's going to open your door then?
If you don't want to get out on the date, stay in the fucking car. Stay in the car.
That's what you should do. Like, if they just sit in the car like that, just walk into the restaurant, like, I'm going to eat.
Well, I'll tell you this.
I'm going to go. You do, but have fun.
As a married man,
it's hot out here.
If a girl literally would stay in the car until you open the door, that is not a girl to hitch your horse to.
I agree.
That's the wrong wagon, my friend. That's the wrong wagon, because that is going to happen to you every day of your life about something.
Yeah.
Being married is a never-ending barrage of, is this the fight I should pick? Like, that's all married life is.
That's my normal life now.
Yeah.
With
Is this the
everything
thing I
that
should
happens
fight?
in society? I'm like, do I want to fucking yell at this guy for 10 minutes, or do I want to just fucking scroll to the next post?
Oh man.
You know?
Well, like, it's hard because everything you see now feels like it's about to be a fight.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny. I was telling you, I read an article. This guy got furiously mad. And I think it was one of those Reddits, right? Where it's like, am I an asshole? And he posted, and he's like, I went to see a lawyer to see if I can, like, get a better divorce deal.
Yeah.
Because he walked in on his wife. She was having a conversation, and he was, like, eavesdropping. And she said that she settled on him, right? That, like, she settled when she married him.
Yeah.
And he got furiously mad and emotionally scarred. And I was like, I get it, but also she did.
You did.
There's no woman who marries a guy that isn't settling.
And he settled too.
But no, that's marriage by its nature is a settling, right?
Correct.
Because if you're going to be married for 20 years, on that 20th year, for you to still say, this is the best woman, right? Is probably not true, because you're probably sick of each other.
Yeah.
You've done all the sex stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Both of your
the sex
both
stuff.
of your bodies are melting.
Except for Tim Tebow. He had to wait till marriage.
Tim Tebow's like, I got 30 years.
She's going to like me tomorrow.
Dude, wait. See how buff Tim Tebow is when he discovers porn. Just fucking J-O-ing with like that Thor hammer arm. But that's what I mean, like... maybe I could have thrown if I did this. No, but that's what I mean, like, everyone settles to marry, right?
Sure.
I love my wife dearly, but this whole notion of
I've never been married.
Soulmates and there's only one person
and I
for
don't
me,
intend
that's bullshit.
to get married. Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
How many people out there do you think
well, that's
would
like
just be like awesome to live with and have sex with?
I don't remember who it was. There was some comedian who was like, he's like, I don't believe in soulmates. Like one person for everybody. He's like, oh, you believe there's one person for everybody? Hope they live close.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the best. That's like the best fucking explanation of that.
My wife lives in the bush of Australia. I'm going to have to find a way over there.
Shit.
No, I mean, you do the best you can. But, like, I mean, I was just like, imagine the fucking stupidity of that man.
Yeah.
Like, if I walked in on my wife and she's like, yeah, I kind of settled on Josh, I'd be like, yes, I'm very glad you did.
Well aware.
I'm so glad that you did. Thank you for doing that. Like, in our relationship, the dynamic is different because she's clearly a higher number and catch level than I am. But also, I'm like...
Almost everybody is for you and me.
Yeah, well, sure. We're fairly immature guys. But I was also like... Also, I settled too, though. Just because you're a higher number,
sure,
doesn't mean I didn't settle. Like
well,
we all settle.
Well, yeah, it's you know, I'm done. I'm done with the game.
Yeah, I'm out. Like I'm out with like the cow guy.
Not me. I'm married to the game. You know what I mean?
You're pretty good at the game, though.
Well, you know,
I feel like you're much better than you give on.
If you did some exit interviews, you probably wouldn't, feel that way.
See, that's the thing. The game's not about exit interviews. Yeah. The game's about interviews.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, interview.
Yeah, but like everything's good until like, the first like 3 months are fun, and then like cynical Nick happens.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, I'm not laughing at your stupid jokes anymore.
You're not small talking.
They're not funny anymore.
No. Yeah. Well, you're like, I've already had the.
And then that's when it just goes downhill to me, when I stop laughing at their jokes that were never funny.
Yeah.
Because I'm such a snob about it.
But
I'm not even that funny. I mean, I am. I'm fucking hilarious.
I mean, you are very funny. But that's what I mean.
Look at me.
If you really boiled it down and we were all like really hardcore not settling, no one would be married.
Yeah.
Right? Because I mean,
well, that's
how long
not
does
even
it take
that's
for you
not
to get
even
everything you can get out of someone?
Yeah. How long?
I mean, that sounds selfish, right?
How long what?
Like, how long can you be with someone before you're like, I got it? Like, we've gotten all the physical joys. We've gotten all of the talks, all the stories.
Yeah.
We're bonded. Like, we have kids now. Like, okay, we have 2 beautiful kids in the world. We could raise them separately.
Yeah.
Amy, I'm not trying to, like, end our marriage.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, how long until you're like, like, I get it.
I don't know.
I get it.
I don't know. I've never been married.
I mean, I've been with Amy for a long time. So, like, I get it. Like, I'm cool because, again,
I don't.
Like you said, I quit. I look at the game now and I'm like,
it's not that fun.
No, but
it is.
I do wonder because you're like a guy like me who just watches porn educationally.
Yeah,
I never got a chance to do like the apps. Like I wonder what would have happened to me
Well,
if instead of watching porn for an hour, I could have just been like swipe.
They're not all they're cracked up to be.
I don't know if we should put on blast.
I've had my tender moments. I've been a tenderoni.
You're a tenderoni?
I've been a tenderoni. Yeah. I've bumbled around.
But, dude, I don't know. But this is, like, I'm like, would I have been one of those guys who you see on, like, a commercial, like, I was a sex addict? Because you're like, all guys are, but then some people just take it, like, a step further.
It's fucking awesome.
Because they can.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ruin my life for, I mean, I do, but I don't. I ruin my life for anything, though.
But I'm just like, what?
Like, everything I do is,
what do we do?
One step closer to ruining my life.
Right. But what do we do
don't make
that's
good
not?
decisions.
But see, all your decisions are in service of that. Yeah. In a way.
Well, almost every decision I make is in service of what it's not happy. Like that's not the right word because I'm not searching for like I'm not looking for like inner happiness and peace. Like it's like a very selfish like like what if I do this?
Yeah.
Will I not hate everything around me? It's like
not hate everything in you or around
everything around me. Like,
are you normally good with the inner you?
Yeah. No, it's not that. It's like I'm trying to think of an example here, but like, okay, so like if somebody's okay, so my buddy the other day was like, he was like, hey, and I love him to death. He's one of my best friends, but he was like, hey man, tomorrow, my girlfriend's going like she's got class or something. He's like, you want to just come over to the house and hang out and, like, just sit around? And I was like, and I did the thing where I was like, yeah, I might do that. But in my head, I was like,
knowing full well,
no fucking desire to do that.
Yeah.
Not because I don't want to hang out with him, but like, I had my night planned the next night. Like, I knew what I was going to do. I wanted to sit at home by myself, do some writing,
right?
Watch a movie. And, like, that's, like, I was already dead set on that. Like, that's what I was going to do. I was just going to chill that night.
Yeah.
And, like, some people can, be, like, take that diversion and be like, yeah, that sounds fun. I'll do that. Not me.
Yeah.
Not me. If I'm not, like, if it's not all the way satisfying whatever it is I exactly want, not going to do it. That does sound exactly like a child. Yeah. Well, yeah,
but it's good.
No, what's not? It's not. I used to be more willing to compromise, but like
you're not settling though. You're expecting more out of life.
Well, yeah,
I'm the classic. I get caught all the time. People ask me to do things, and I will look right at Amy and go, "Fuck!" I'm like, I don't want to do that, knowing full well that I'm going to do that for fear that someone's going to say, "That Griff guy not really working with the system." You know what I mean? It's weird because I hate everything and everybody for the most part.
Well, I used to have FOMO real bad.
What's FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Oh,
like I don't have that much anymore. But when I was younger, I did. Like I would anything that was going on. I was like, I've got to be there.
That was a big
in case something happens. Like,
well, I was also the guy like I would always be at the party or event like 3 hours too long.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Where you hit that.
I still do that. Like if I commit to something,
morning,
yeah, like I'm going. You're kicking me out.
Right. Like, we're not having any fun anymore. We're just sick. Like,
well, it's like...
But I'll stay.
It's like when people go to the bar and they're like, let's try to leave by 10. I'm like, why? Yeah. They're open till 3.
Why the fuck did you come here?
I came to get black. I don't come to sip on a beer. Like,
no, I've never understood, like, just drinking. Like, my brother does that. He's like, gets home from work. He's like, 2 beers.
No.
And, like, that's good. And I'm like, why the fuck would you even drink?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Why would you drink?
Like why? Like
no, like I don't enjoy I don't enjoy the taste of beer.
No, but also
like I'm not just sipping a beer going.
Everyone on earth,
it's really refreshing my palate. No,
they're all liars.
There's a goal.
Because you know what tastes better than every alcohol? Orange juice.
Yeah, milk,
water,
Coca-Cola,
water, even water. It's refreshing. Your body gets a good thing. There's no alcohol that just tastes good on its own.
No.
They all have like
poison.
That. It's poison to your body.
It should taste bad.
Yes.
So that you know you're doing something bad.
Yes. But that's why I hate fucking. See, now we're just doing like the airing of grievances, right? Yeah. Like I hate the fucking. I hate IPA guys. Yeah. Because you're like, I know it tastes like shit. You know it tastes like shit. There's science that says it's going to make your man tits grow faster.
Oh, I hate IPA.
And you still do it because it gives you something that gives you a personality.
Here's some knowledge about some IPAs and why it's bullshit that people say they like them because they don't. IPA stands for India Pale Ale.
Right.
And the reason it's called that is when the British troops were brewing their beer, they had to sail around the coast of Africa to get to India. And so what they did was they took hops, because it's a natural preservative, and they loaded the beer with it so that it would last all the whole trip. They didn't do it to enhance the flavor because it's a bitter fucking piece of shit like flour or whatever the fuck it is. But they were doing they were like, this tastes like shit, but at least we won't get sick drinking it and we can still get fucked up because this is all we have.
Right.
So it was never put in beer to enhance the flavor. And they knew it tasted like shit, but it was a necessity. And now everybody's like, let me throw some hops in that. Like, no.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
It's fucking disgusting.
Right. So they're saying I recreationally do what sailors did so they didn't commit mass murder on their boats.
Yeah.
Right? That's like the hipster neighbor that you'll have. Where he's like, I just do it because it tastes bad. It's like when people are like, oh, the vegan diet, I love it. And I'm like, cool, you're just taking out all food that tastes good.
Anybody out there, you don't like hops. You're lying.
You don't like hops.
You're just doing it because you saw it on fucking New Girl or some bullshit. And you're like, oh, yeah. It's the same reason women started drinking Cosmos when Sex and the City came out. They're like, oh, I love Cosmos now.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
No, you don't. You saw it on some fucking TV show, and now you want to drink it. My favorite line when I was bartending was like, though, like people would order, like, they'd get like they'd be like, let me get a shot of tequila. I need salt and lime and pineapple back, and I would just be like, why don't you just get a shot that you enjoy? Why don't you just order a shot that you like instead of fucking chasing it with 3 different flavors so that you don't have to actually taste the tequila?
Yeah, right. That's like how I have to eat vegetables. It's like fucking ranch and Diet Coke. chugging it down.
I love vegetables.
Oh, they're so.
Clearly.
But that's why because like my sister-in-law, she went vegan, and she's like, it's like to help the planet and factory farming and animals are like treated bad. I'm like, I'm down with all that. Like I can agree with all that in principle. But I was like, but don't sit here and tell me, you know what? Cauliflowers do make better mashed potatoes than potatoes.
No, they don't.
They don't. They just don't.
I remember one time I was at a fucking house party, and somebody, like, they had boneless buffalo wings out on the table.
No.
And they didn't tell anybody, but they were actually, like, the cauliflower or whatever the fuck they are. Like, buffalo cauliflower.
Yeah.
Like, and look, it tastes the same. I was like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, Amy tricked me with that once,
like,
and
no,
I, like, threw
Like,
them.
you need to tell people that this is not chicken, because I'm very disappointed right now.
You want to know the weirdest white woman thing I've ever heard?
Wait, what?
My buddies went to a party, right? And it was like a dinner party. This family had, like, just had a baby, so it was, like, their first time all getting together again. And she fucking served him dessert. And after they finished eating, she's like, I want to thank you all for coming. It means a lot. We're doing this housewarming. Thank you for ingesting my placenta.
What?
And my friend was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, what'd you say? Like, stopped her dead in her, like, speech. Because he, like, had that. He froze. And he's like, wait, excuse me?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. Like, it was like, he said it was like a like, fruit dessert, like a pie, a cobbler. I mean, I guess a cobbler's a little thicker.
With afterbirth on it.
Yeah, and like she fucking took her placenta and baked it. It's like a real like fucking rich white woman thing to do, right? Because it's like it spreads like spiritual goodness or something. But I was like,
that's how they
can
get
you sue someone for that? Like if you're just like you just made me eat your fucking placenta.
Yeah.
Like granted, I was just gobbling dessert, and it was fine. But now I know it has like placenta in it, and I'm mad.
I don't want to do that. Yeah.
But that's like. I feel like our whole world is just based on like doing shit that we hate because I think this is what we really have, right? Like, I think it's the philosophical thing that like we only exist in perception, right? Like there's no baseline where like this is real, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And what's the easiest thing to perceive? Pain, right?
Sure.
All life is pain and struggle, right? So what do we do? We just find hobbies and things that we don't want to do.
Distractions.
That annoy us, right? Because then we can go bitch about it and make ourselves sound like we're like fucking Hercules on his 12 task.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, God, golf today. No one likes golf.
I shot an 88. Getting better.
Well, it's like, dude, I was
That's
like,
not good.
no. Even people that are good at golf, like, they have to sometime in that 5-hour window be like, I could be doing better.
Yeah, my buddy spent like $400 on a driver the other day. And he's like,
stupid.
I'm like, why? He's
Stupid.
like, it's a better driver. I'm like, yeah, but you shoot like 100. Like,
Yeah, you're not on tour, dude.
Like, that's not going to. Why? That's so much money to spend on something that you're terrible at.
So stupid.
And you're not going to get any better.
Yeah. Well, no, that's like my neighbor. He's like, aren't you mad that your wife bought a Prius? I was like, no, she drives it and she gets good gas mileage. He's like, well, what about like, what if you want to like go fast? I'm like, when the fuck do I ever need to go fast? Like, when am I just
Like
going to break out in a high-speed
People
chase?
that put like $30,000 into their car. Like, yeah, I'd put it like it's got like 9,000 horsepower an hour. I put this engine. Like, oh, like, are you racing it? No.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I'd
That's
rather
cool,
have
man.
than that
Have
muscle
fun
car?
driving around Carmel at 25 miles an hour.
I'd rather have the 9,000 horses.
Yeah.
You know, like 9,000 actual horses. Like, at least then you could, like, name them and, like, ride them around like a movie. That'd be cool. Like, I don't want a Mustang. I always told Amy, if you ever see me at, like, a Mustang dealership, just walk up behind me with a
Ford
hammer.
dealership.
Yeah, Ford in general. Like, one of those
I have a Ford.
American dad cars, right? I'm like, walk up behind me like the lady in Hellraiser, bash my brains in, and let the earth eat my viscera.
Yeah.
I'm done. Like,
Well,
I'm
that's,
over.
well, that's like the other thing. Like, it's like the fucking people that argue about cars, and they're like, it's like the guy at the bar that was like, you need anything else? Oh, $1 million. Like, car people are like, oh, Ford found on road dead. I would never drive a Ford. I'm like, oh, great catchphrase, man. Cool.
No, it just...
Oh, enjoy your Chevy. Like, I don't give a fuck.
But this is what I mean, though, right? We're all suffering out loud. Everything we do is suffering out loud.
I got to start caring more about stuff, I think.
No.
I think I've reached the point where
What I'm telling you is you're doing it
I
right.
don't care. I don't know.
Stop caring about it. You're doing it right.
Yeah.
Why would you change?
Like, I don't care what brand my car is.
Why would you?
Yeah.
I just care if my car, if I press the foot pedal,
does it go?
if it gets me to where I want to go without me exploding and dying.
Yeah.
That's all. I
Like,
mean,
that's
I don't give a
that's
fuck.
a miracle. Like, it's like when people get on, like, planes and they're like, oh, this is taking forever to, like, take off or whatever. Like, this thing is going to, like, fly through the air at 1,000. He's going to land it.
Yeah.
And save you 30 hours of trip. Like, fucking calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down, Karen.
Those pieces of shit on the airplane that are like, I'm inconvenienced by some guy leaning his seat back 2 inches. Wee.
Or like, fuck you. I won that argument.
No, you didn't. Yeah. You're allowed to recline airline seats. Or the people
like when the plane lands, are like, yeah, we made it. I'm like, yeah, most of us thought we would.
Yeah. I like how they're announcing.
Shut up, you fucking nerd.
Yeah. I was still putting my head between my knees just in case. Oh fuck. I don't know, dude. It's just hard. It's hard because now I have kids.
Yeah.
So like you feel like you should care more, but then as you get older, you're like, nothing is worth caring about.
Very little.
Like essentially nothing.
Like I love baseball.
Yeah.
I like sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping's a good one.
I enjoy doing this. Enjoy writing.
I like the adult dances. I like those adult dance videos that I watch. I appreciate the effort put in.
I like but wasting that's what I mean though. On TikTok.
How many things in life actually bring you joy? Like unadulterated joy.
6.
You don't have to like pretend to like it. You don't do it because it's a couple activity. You don't do it because it makes you look like a good dad. You just do it because you want it. You want it and you need it.
My dog.
Yeah. My dog is cool.
Yeah.
But even then, sometimes my dog's like, hey, come outside and sweat and throw the ball. I'm like, fuck you. You can go run laps. You know what I mean? Like,
it's okay,
I love you.
Just get fat, boy.
Yeah, I love you, Bear, but also no. Like, Daddy don't want to sweat.
Sorry, Bear. This is a fat family.
We're the fats, Bear. We don't. You got to wait till my in-shape wife gets home. Yeah. No, but that's what I mean. It's like, really, it's like my adult video time. I honestly, I even hate sleeping.
I love sleeping.
Because I stay up late every night to the point where it's like, why does my body need to go to bed? I'm almost upset about it. I watch my videos till I fall into slumber.
I saw a whole documentary about sleep, and they still don't know like why your body needs sleep. Yeah.
Why? It's probably because if we had that extra 8 hours a day, right?
Like scientifically,
we would just
don't know
kill
why.
ourselves. We would kill ourselves or kill each other.
Yeah.
Because we would just have 8 more hours of pretending to like hops and hold doors for each other, and we just fucking have a massive war.
Do you have any good IPAs? Extra hopping, please. I saw it in a TV show once, so I would like that.
You know what makes me mad though is when I go to bars. If I walk up to the bar, the guy's always like, "Oh, do you want to hear what IPAs we have on tap?" And I'm like, "Listen, bitch, I know I have like a beard and shit, but like I don't drink." They pre-look at me.
You do look like an IPA guy.
But that's what I mean. They prejudge me as like, "Oh, this guy's gonna come and be a snob," and I'm like, "No, just give me whatever the cheapest beer is," and that's what I drink.
And that's like how I know that they don't like it too, because they'll just come in and be like, "Just give me an IPA." And like, you don't even know, because like they don't all taste the same. You can't like all of them. You can't just generally like IPA. There's different flavors.
You can like all of something.
Yeah, but that's the default. It's the same thing as like, just give me a Bud Light, Coors Light, whatever. Like, it's light beer. It's all the same shit.
That's the I want to.
Because it's all a piece of shit. Because if it was good,
yeah,
you would seek out the good one that you wanted. You'd be like, yeah, but
no, like we have
it's
friends
bullshit that you
Scotch.
just suffer through. So you're just like, just give me one of them. I don't care. I'm not gonna like it. Yeah. That's what that is.
No, but like we have friends. I know
nobody comes in and just goes, "Give me a stout."
Right. Pilsner now. But no, it's like we have a friend who's really into Scotch, right?
Yeah.
And we were on the Zoom, and he's
which is also bullshit. It tastes
total
like shit.
Fucking bullshit. It tastes like gasoline smells, and that's stupid, right? And so like he was on there.
Nice Pete.
He's like, dude, I got a great deal. I got this bottle for $4.50.
You gave me one that tasted
and I was like
a campfire one time.
Yeah.
Like, literally tastes like you were drinking a campfire.
Yeah,
it's
like, smoky.
And he's like, it's so good. I'm like, it's not. That's not good.
You're like, also I can just smoke and drink something that tastes good, and like double it up.
Give me a fucking garden troll, and I'll get some of the the ash.
I'll put some IPA in my ashtray, and you can fucking chug that, you bitch. But no, but he was saying on the Zoom, he's like, yeah, I got a really good deal on this Scotch, $4.50, and I was like, for $4.50, I will buy a bottle of Scotch because at the end of the day, the most important thing is to be drunk. And so like, I'll do that. And I'm like, where did you find this $4.50 thing? And he's like, no, $450.
No.
And I was like, for a fucking bottle of shit water.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, that's an Xbox. That's a fucking Xbox, bro.
It's a brand new Xbox, man.
Yeah. Well, not like the new ones, but still, that's half of a new Xbox. Like, what the fuck? But I'm with you. I don't know. Like I have over here in my treasure chest, I have
bottle
cigars,
of Jack,
right?
and I'm good.
Yeah. I go to the cigar website since we can't go to the store anymore, and I buy the 20 cigars for $20. They're just cheap, right? They smell like a petting zoo, but they get the job done and they taste okay. It's just like that initial like, woo, right? It smells like a petting zoo, and then you smoke it, and you're like it tastes exactly like every other cigar. But then you have these guys, like my buddy's like, I just got like a $40 cigar. I was like, why? Why? What else on earth?
You don't even inhale it. You're just fucking smelling.
Exactly.
Paid $40 for a smell.
But what other activity on earth do you hate that you would pay $40 to $100 to do for 1 hour?
Yeah. Well, I almost went down that slope of like being a bourbon snob at one point in my life.
Oh no. I think I remember that.
I was like young, and like, because I like whiskey, I like bourbon or whatever, and like I was doing the thing. I was like, you got to splash it with water, and you got to like.
Yeah.
And then like
rounded ice cubes.
One day I was like sitting there, I was like sipping a fucking just like straight bourbon, and I was like, it's fine, I guess, but like I could have pounded like 4 Jack and Cokes by now.
Yeah.
And enjoyed it way more. Like it would have tasted way better than drinking this whiskey that I'm pretending to like so that I can fit into some imaginary club that I don't really care to be a part of.
No.
And like that's all it is. It's like it's like this fake status symbol that you imagine that you get because you know a lot about wine or whiskey or something like that, and it's stupid.
But it's another one of those like some guy
cynical
does
Nick's
it.
here. It's been 3 months of this relationship.
But he'll sit there and he'll like have his bourbon, and every time he takes a drink, he's like, ugh. And then he's like, yeah, can't wait till your balls drop and you can have one with me. Yeah. And I was like, fuck off.
It's like that thing. It's like when like we'll go to like Carb Day or something for the 500, and we'll go out or whatever. Somebody's got a cooler full of beer, and they're like, I only have Miller Lite, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. Would you just give me one?
Give me drinks.
I'm gonna pound it.
But no, I hate those guys that think that like now all of a sudden they're like the UFC champion because they can drink a bourbon, and it's like I could sit here and drop like rocks on my foot for 5 minutes. Does that like you want to do that contest?
Strong man.
Yeah, strong man. Let's take turns plucking each other's pubes out one by one and see who gives first. Like I'm not into random feats of manliness.
No,
like. When you're getting drunk, it's to forget how much things suck. I don't want to add more things that suck to it.
Yeah, I don't want to have the and like people that do the wine tastings and they spit the wine out. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You loser. You just paid $50 and you spit. Oh, I hate you. Losers. I hate them.
Well, no, we got in trouble at my brother's wedding because they had like a winery like reception.
Yeah.
And so everyone's supposed to sit outside in this fancy area. I was like, where the fuck's this waiter? And I was like, fuck this. And I went inside and I just stood at the bar and I was like, hey, I'm with the wedding. Like, give me, some wine.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, read from the thing. And I'm like, what's that bottle right by your hand? And he's like, this one? It's the I'm like, put it in a glass.
Do it.
He did it, and I slammed it because I had been waiting like 20 minutes for a drink. And he goes,
you can't chug.
He goes,
wine.
oh, you're not supposed to, like, you should sip it and smell it and activate it. And I'm like, hey, what's that bottle?
Activate it.
Yeah, he's like,
that's bullshit. It's not a real thing.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not a transformer. I was like, it's fucking booze. And I was like, it should have been activated when it got put in the bottle, right?
Yeah.
That's my theory. So I'm like, what's that bottle? And he goes, oh, well, this is like a white. I'm like, put it in a glass. And I kept doing it. He's like, sir. He's like, don't you want to, like, talk through? Or, like, maybe you should pace yourself. I'm like, hey, dude, this is a 2-hour open bar.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pointing at a bottle and you put it in a
go.
cup. Well, then he got pissed because everyone around me is like, oh, we're not doing etiquette? And so next thing you know, there were, like, 20 of, like, my brother's I
didn't know we weren't doing etiquette.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, you can just be a dick?
Nobody really wants to do the etiquette.
Yeah.
It's just that they get in that, like I said, they get in that fake status club that they think they're in.
Yeah.
And so they're going to like, the earthy tones. Like, fucking
well, no,
throw it down the gullet.
They
and
were
move
all
on.
going slow and doing the samplers, right? Where they put it on like a 2x4. And I was like, I had this one glass and it tastes great. I was like, keep that coming. Right? Like, why do I need to sample other things? Like, I already had one that tasted good.
It's like when I go to places and they have like the charcuterie board or whatever. And it's like all these cheeses and shit. And they're like, ooh, this one's good. I'm like, can we just melt it and put it in a bowl?
And you just KFC this
dip
bitch?
some of these crackers in there. Like, I don't really give a fuck if the Gouda's aged 10 years. Like, I don't give a fuck.
You can't trust samplers to me because you're telling me that a smart businessman's not like, fuck, I got had by that Gouda guy. Like, my Gouda guy got me.
You got a
so
good
now,
You got a Gouda guy?
Yeah, so his Gouda guy got him with like a bad batch, right? Yeah. And he's like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll invent a charcuterie board, and I'll give you 3 cheeses you like and 2 shit cheeses that I got had on.
I mean, I'll eat them. Don't get me wrong. But I would just assume just take those chunks of cheese, put it in a bowl, fucking melt it up. Let's go. Nachos.
But why would I order something where I know that like 40 to 50% of it I don't want?
Yeah.
Instead of just getting a board where I'm like, hey, can you just do all cheddar and Colby?
What kind of cheese you want? You got, I don't know, American?
Yeah.
You got some Kraft singles back there?
Where do you think you are, buddy?
Bring those Kraft singles out with some bologna and some fucking Townhouse crackers. Let's go.
I wish every restaurant had
Ham Boogie Lunchables, man.
Yeah. Every restaurant should have, you know how like In-N-Out has like the secret menu?
Yeah.
What if every menu or every restaurant had like the secret Ham Boogie menu? And it's like, can I just get the bologna with the red string on it? Cheese. Put the potato chips on and squish it.
I don't think they make bologna like that anymore, man.
Yeah, I think probably people were choking on it.
Yeah, man.
Plus people's dogs were eating it and they would like, that was like gross. That happened all the time we were kids. My dad's chasing it around trying to stomp on the string. But no, it's just like, and this is the poor person's secret. You take your cheese and chips and you smash it as hard as you can.
Yeah.
And it activates the flavors and the tannins so that it tastes better.
Hey, guys, we got to get it out of here. Activate that like button. Activate those ratings and reviews. And we'll see you guys next week on the new Vibed Out Nick Hall Comedy Podcast. Bye.
Stop holding doors.